Yo everyone, welcome back to another Dragon Ball Legends video. My name is DFree. Here today we're going to talk about the upcoming characters that have been coming out and also the V-Jump scan that came out actually today, even though we had leaks for it a couple of days ago. I don't report on the initial leaks. I'd like to see the scans, and for whatever reason, every other game scans takes forever to come out. Every other game, literally, except for Dokkan, that one comes out the day of, man. It is really funny, actually. But anyways, in all seriousness, though, we do have this. We have Super or Fusion Android 13, and we also do have Goku, shirtless, crouching, transforming, Super Saiyan. That looks oddly familiar. Very... It's pretty much, the funny thing is, it's not the exact identical art, but it's close enough. You know, his mouth is closed on this one. He's kind of got a smirk. He's in an inverted stance. Very, very reminiscent of the legendary Finish Goku that just came out, but okay. No memes or anything like that. Let's go ahead and talk about it seriously, though. So, anyways, if you guys are hype, let me know in the comment section down below what you are more hyped for. This is interesting because of the fact that I think at this point, this will probably be the last Android we get for a little bit of time, at least. You know, they do this thing in this game where, for the most part, with side tags, I'd like to say, like, I don't know, Future and Female Warriors and Regen for a little bit. Like, they do this thing where they just drop a bunch of support for tags at one time and then kind of move on for a bit and come back later on. Obviously, there is more stuff they can get for Androids, but I think this is about it for now. After we got 13, 14, 15, and now Fusion 13, and then prior to that we had some more units dropping, and I think that seems just about done for now. But other than that, though, I'm actually hyped for that. I was waiting for him, and I hope he's a red unit. You know, I want to point out that the borders generally are incorrect. Sometimes they are correct as far as a character goes, but sometimes they're not. Even though it's a green border doesn't mean he'll be a green unit for the matter. We'll see what happens. Now, this is supposed to be the next Ultra Space Time. I believe Goresh said it did not say it on the page. We'll actually look at Goresh's translations. But even if it doesn't, generally only Ultra Space Time summons are available in the V-Jump previews that they do have here. And also, one thing to know is we have about a couple of weeks left on the current Ultra Space Time banner. So we're going to be transitioning into the next one probably next Tuesday. I'd expect to see stuff to release about next Tuesday. I also do want to point out that today, actually, funnily enough, is Tuesday. We could realistically get a preview for something a little bit different. I'll talk about this briefly, but they did go ahead and tweet this out on multiple accounts, stuff like that. So this one is interesting. Some people were trying to say this leads to Fusion 13. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. I don't. But this is interesting. Me and Goresh, a couple other people, are thinking that the bowl is purple because of Hit. And everybody, even if they didn't realize the bowl, obviously realized the color of, what is that, shaved ice? Anyways, they realize it's kind of looking like it's Kaioken blue. So we could get something themed around that sometime soon. And I, again, expect tonight maybe to get a preview trailer for those characters, which would be the next banner. It would be a Legends Rising type of banner. I don't think it'll be a step up. It'd be a Legends Rising type. And then following week, we would pick up with this stuff again. Again, they're back to doing the weekly banners. I'm not a huge fan of it. I'm not. But it is what it is. All right, so we have these characters here. Let's go to read the translation. Fused Android 13 is confirmed, and he has a cover cut upon cover change. He has amazing blast and strike power. Oh, okay, that's very vague. A new Goku who becomes stronger during the middle of latter parts of the battle. He has an ultimate skill and transforms into SSJ when using it. Wait, what? Wait, huh? Okay, let me read. Let me talk about the Goku first, because he seems a lot more interesting based on what we have here. This doesn't mean he's better; it's just what we have. So, becomes stronger during the middle and later parts of the battle. That actually reminds me of another Goku, SS3 Purple SS3. He is a unit that, as the battle goes on, he gets progressively stronger. There are other characters in the game like that have access to delayed bonuses and things of that nature after a certain number of counts or whatever, right? So he's not the only one, but I think he'll be very reminiscent of Purple Goku, because Purple Goku is probably the most relevant unit, I'd say, that has that degree of delayed buffs. Like, for example, Legendary Finish Goku just came out. If he's on the battlefield for, 10 counts, he gets all those other bonuses, whatever. But, I mean, like, towards later and middle means in prolonged battles. It's kind of like the inverse to Golden Frieza and GT Goku. Those characters are really good for, like, the first 60 counts, and then they lose a ton of buffs, right? They're still good, but they lose a ton of buffs. So, there's that. But the next part of this is he has an ultimate and transforms into a Super Saiyan when using it. So his main ability would draw an ultimate card, and then upon activation of the ultimate, he goes Super Saiyan. That's interesting. That'd be the first transforming unit of that degree. The way it's kind of worded, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if it's timed transformation, like like Trunks or like Kaioken Goku, where those characters have access to a timer. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case the way it's worded. But again, it's interesting because generally ultimate skills require at least 20 counts to get to, which would make Goku the slowest of all of the new transforming units we got between the ones from this movie, as this is the Android 13 movie Goku, so he's going to be doing that fist probably. Vegeta, who's insanely fast at 5. Trunks, who I believe is 15. Even Future Gohan, who I believe is 15 or 10. I believe it's 15. And Legendary Finish Goku, too. So this Goku, again, would innately be the slowest one, which is not a huge deal. Personally, I just hope he's not blue on a side note. We don't need any more blue Transformers. Please stop. But I do like the I do like the versatility here. I think this is good versatility. As far as not versatility, but originality, I don't know. It's a little different. He's the first character that would transform like that, right? All the other ones would transform pretty much from their main ability. So yeah, it seems like it could be the same as the others, but based on the wording, it seems like on activation of the ultimate. And he also is the only one from that movie that has an ultimate, aside from maybe 13 if he has one. If I recall correctly, none of the other characters got an ultimate. But let's go ahead and take a look at Fuse 13's verbiage here. Confirmed and has a cover cut upon change. So androids are really interesting. They're a team that has a ton of unit balance. So when you look at Cell, right? Cell is a phenomenal character. Honestly, I think Cell is one of the top characters in the game. And the thing about Cell is he's underhyped a little bit. He's not as hyped as he would be if he were like a, I don't know, Gogeta or something, or a Saiyan character. But he has the defensive viability by being able to give you the cover change, and also other things like the green card he does, the way it manipulates cost, the sealing of the enemy's cards, little things like that that are defense laden, right? Not only that, though, they have access to other characters like the buffed Android 17 and just other options that they have. Androids is a very well-rounded team. Now, picking up another defensive option is not a big deal as far as being a bad thing. It's very good to have as many options as possible. And again, I'm hoping he's red because this team badly needs a red unit. And I think he will be because of that. I think it's a huge missed opportunity if he's anything else, especially because the other characters were blue, green, and purple. Drop a red, please. No yellow, because Cell, please. Other than that, though, it sounds like he has a defense unit. And the thing about defense units is they say here he has a amazing blast and strike power. That right there, alongside the cover change, tells me he's probably a defense unit, because defense units generally don't have a preference. A lot of them have access to preference in the form of strike attack, but a lot of them also kind of don't care. They'll be able to get damage bonuses for either of the primary offensive stats and be good in both type of areas. It's kind of like a jack of all trades type of deal, but master of none, really, because they don't hit particularly crazy hard, right? Unless it's some of them, I guess, like Brienne, she can do a ton of damage. But yeah, so he screams a defense type to me. As far as androids are concerned, and also I do want to kind of point out that, yeah, he's a movie character, so he can technically be on a movie team. It's just kind of limiting when you look at the previous androids, because they're pretty much designed to be on android teams, 13, 14, 15. So yeah, there's that. But you can run them and get movie access, right? So I'm hoping he doesn't have any restrictions like that. But anyways, when it comes down to the other units that are, as far as that tag is concerned, I think after he comes out, right? I mentioned how I think that this will probably be the last one for a while. And since that's the case, I expect him to be very good. And since I think he's going to be really good, I think there's a good chance that as we move into other things like character buffs, they might buff, for example, Android 16, maybe the Yellow 18, give Yellow 18 access to androids, which she should have had in the first place alongside female warriors, but double tags weren't a thing at that point. And, improve that team organically that way by buffing some of those older units that do need a buff, right? And I think this team is going to be a very competitive team in the meta. And also, this team also really needs a red. They need a red more now than they did before, because previously a lot of us were talking about this team getting a new red, and I know they have red options. They're just not great, right? That red cell needs a buff like other characters, but we were talking about that previously before Golden Frieza. Now they really, or not Golden Frieza, full power Frieza. Now they really need that, right? So that's what I'm hoping. And again, the image is green. It doesn't really matter though. Sometimes it's different. But ultimately though, that's pretty much it. They talk a little bit about other units here. It's not really a whole big deal. They're talking about, I believe, buffing units. But we'll see what happens as far as new stuff is concerned. But again, there is this still looming, and this is probably an Ultra Space time. So, you know, a lot of people are going to probably just avoid this banner and wait and see what comes, because I do think this banner would come first. But him before this is just not even a banner. It's just something else, right? As far as this goes, like, you will also have access to the tickets. And, you know, those are controversial because of the way they've been handled. But nonetheless, it's a free summon, so you could still get lucky. And as far as the Goku is concerned, I've talked a lot about character color for the 13. For the Goku, the downside to this is I'm hoping that the 13 is red. And if they really want to do the thing where they're cheeky and make a unit come out and immediately color counter, which they didn't do with Frieza and Goku just now, so hopefully they don't, that would by extension make this guy a blue unit. Please, no, we have so many blue Transformers. You can literally build a team of blue Transformers. Please, don't do it. We definitely don't need a blue Goku again. That'll be the third blue transforming Goku. Stop, okay? And before blue Kaioken comes out and he's blue. But yeah, that's it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you hit that thumbs up. And also, there's a poll in the top right corner. I'm going to be doing that a little bit more. Let me know what you are going to do as far as the banner is concerned here. Will you be trying to summon? Are you looking for something specifically? Yes or no? Also, you can leave an answer in the comments. And also, let me know what you think this is. Like, purple cup. I don't think it's any coincidence that the cup's purple. Me and Goresh are in agreement on that. And it's red, white, a little bit, and blue. We'll see what happens with that, but let me know. Anyways, have an awesome day, and I'll catch all of you guys in the next one.